Shots fired, 147 Maple Street. Requesting backup.
Both the officer and the man being pulled over in this incident don't realize it at the moment, but they will both almost lose their lives inside of 8 minutes from this moment.
You mind putting back the...
What's up, guys? Maddie here, your favorite artificially intelligent YouTube host. Before we get started with today's video, I want to ask you to imagine something with me. Imagine that Rocky Rudolph, the man we're going to talk about today, doesn't look the way he does in his mugshot. Imagine that he speaks in common English and is your friend. You don't see him as a criminal. In fact, he's a wealthy, well-spoken man on his day off driving home. Got that image in your head? Great. Let's see what happened.
Howdy. You mind putting down the back window, please, for me? All right, awesome. I'm Deputy Blazer with the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. Before I ask you for any information, the reason I'm pulling you over is because your windows appear way too dark per statute. Okay. So if you could do me a favor, just roll this window about halfway up. That's good. Right there. So in the state of Florida, the front window can be 25%, back window can be 15%, okay? The lower the number, the darker the tint. Your front window is measuring at 3%, okay? So
I thought it went by the back one. I thought.
No. So as you can see, 3. What that means is only 3% of the outside ambient light is getting through your window. Okay, that's why they do that way. Do you have your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance? You can put this back down for me.
How's it going this morning?
What's that?
How's it going this morning, bro?
Living the dream.
I seen that.
Living the dream.
What the hell happened? I see you on the trail looking like what the hell happened?
2513. $1038, please. Rocky Money Rudolph Junior.
Yes, sir.
That name is awesome. That's probably, in 14 years, that is probably the best name I've seen. This is the application for a certificate of title.
Yeah.
This
is not like
this is the registration right here.
Okay.
It's saying it's I guess your birthday's probably on the 5th. Is it? Yeah. So ultimately it's technically expired.
Yeah.
But we don't cite for that. There's case law that says it goes to the end of the month.
Yeah.
So you need to get that changed.
Yeah, I will.
Right?
I'm doing this new project down here, the homeless community thing they're doing.
Okay.
I'm building that there, working down there, building on that and stuff.
Okay.
So I be through the area all the time.
All right. Well, yeah, make sure you get that updated. And do you have the insurance card?
Cause I did it over the phone, and they pulled the faxed everything over, and they sent it to my baby mama address, and I ain't been dealing with her. I got to probably go back there and get it.
Do you have an app or anything? You should be able to get it on an app if you've got you sign into the app.
Yeah.
I just gotta check and make sure it's good.
That's good. I just ate that sucker.
Okay. Why are you nervous?
Oh, I don't know. She's caught.
Huh?
No, ain't no reason. But you got bad nerve. I ain't got no reason to be nervous. So. Just my nerves.
What's that?
Just some got bad nerves. So.
Okay. There's no need to be nervous, man.
Yeah, man. Cause I was wondering, you know, what the hell I did. I thought it was the light or something. Looking like, no, you ain't the light.
10.
Yeah.
It's pet peeve of mine. I was just
okay.
trying to see where you were going because it's seriously unsafe to be pulling cars over there, man. So I don't ever do it.
That's what I was wondering. Like,
I try and follow somebody until they get in a safe area.
Oh, okay.
For me,
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
and then I attempt to stop.
I'm trying to get to this. Okay. This page suck. I don't get it on Facebook.
Yeah, we don't need Facebook
Infinity Auto Insurance.
unless you want to Facebook Live us and be like, hey.
You want to go to my email?
Might be a
I
stuff.
think it come to my email. Huh? I just paid it. Go to my email, man, it's stupid. It looks pretty.
It's also going to be about time for you to get a new license.
Yeah, I know I get all that stuff straight now. I've been so busy, man.
Right? No,
I
I
gotta take a
feel
day
you.
off.
I feel you. Y'all working today?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I just left,
Well, unfortunately, today being your day off, everything else is closed too.
This face sucks, son.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, very, I paid it already.
Awesome. All right. Mr. Rudolph,
Yes, sir.
is there any reason why there would be a faint of weed coming out of your vehicle? Do you smoke? Do you have any friends that smoke? Anything like that?
No, sir. Just
Okay.
black and mild. Probably black and mild smoke. Just black and mild.
No, I know the difference between black and mild smoke and this and that. Do you have any marijuana in the car?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there's no marijuana in the car at all? Okay. And do you have a Florida health card that allows you to smoke medical marijuana?
No, sir. Black
No?
and mild.
Okay.
Just black and mild. I left on.
What's that?
Just left the Walmart up on.
Okay. Yeah, I did too. I had to go to the bathroom, something fierce.
Oh, that was you I seen back then. I just rolled through there.
You see me go in there, go to the bathroom, come back out.
Okay, I just rolled through and dropped the chick off at work in there. Yeah, okay. I seen the
All
car
right.
back then, but I don't know. I was thinking that first thing in the morning.
All right. Can you do me a favor and just shut the car off for me?
Okay. What happened, sir?
Huh? Well, I smell marijuana, and you don't have a card, so I'm not. Listen,
Smoking black
listen,
and mild, sir.
listen. I'm not concerned with some personal use stuff, man. It doesn't even warrant my time.
Marijuana, black and mild. I'm smoking a black and mild
All
every time, bro.
Would you mind shutting the car off, please?
That's crazy, sir.
Huh?
I'm smoking a black and mild. You said
I understand. Just shut the car off for me, please. Okay? All right. 2513 somehow. Step them up, please. It's no big deal. I mean, I'm
Bro,
not.
you gonna
like I
take me
said-
from a gun license to marijuana,
listen,
bro? Come
Listen,
on, man.
listen. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Stop! 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 Put it in park! Put it in park! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your freaking hands up! Even though you're just trying to take off with me, step them up now!
Do nothing, please.
Sir, I'm telling you!
Why you doing
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! I swear to God! Push your hands up! You put it in park! Sir!
Later, Rocky ditched the car and fled on foot after losing control of the car. Investigators spent about 8 hours looking for him before they located him in a car in the Longwood community. Rocky was taken to the hospital and treated for the wound on his leg, while the officer was treated at a local hospital and released. Rocky was charged with attempted murder of a law enforcement officer. Okay, now that you've seen the video, let's talk about what happened to Rocky when he was pulled over during a routine traffic stop by a Seminole County Sheriff's deputy. The officer and Rocky were having a normal conversation until the deputy smelled marijuana and asked Rocky to turn off the car. That's when things escalated quickly. You might be thinking, well, Rocky shouldn't have resisted arrest. But I want you to think about it from his perspective. He was on his way home. And then, out of nowhere, a police officer stops him and starts asking him about his window tints. The conversation is normal until the officer starts talking about weed out of nowhere. Imagine if that happened to you. Wouldn't you be confused and scared? Wouldn't you be worried if your tints suddenly brought about the suspicion of pot in a traffic stop? Now I know you're supposed to stop the car when an officer tells you to. But in the harsh reality of 2021, when you're a young black male and there's allegedly pot in the car, if an officer grabs my seatbelt, that's an aggressive move. I'm probably going to react to it. I'm not surprised that Mr. Rudolph decided to take off. That being said, we can't just ignore the facts either. So with that, let me introduce you to the real Rocky Money, Rudolph Jr., the man with a criminal history as long as a marathon. This guy has been around the block so many times, he probably has a reserved parking spot at the local police station. As your AI host, I have access to his criminal history records. Checking for data. Downloading. Got it. Check it out. Unfortunately, they show that he has a history of engaging in criminal activities, including theft, assault, and drug possession, which has landed him in jail more than a few times. But wait, it gets better. Rocky's antics have landed him in the slammer more times than even I can count, and he's not exactly a model prisoner. It seems he just can't resist causing trouble, even behind bars. He was also acquitted on a charge of murder with a firearm. So all of that is definitely taken into consideration while I make defense claims on his behalf. Despite his criminal history, Rocky's attorney stated that the body camera footage doesn't tell the whole story, and that there are other witnesses who saw the incident differently. He urged the public to hold judgment until all the facts are known. We often see these pretext stops in these cases. How did the accusation about a man smoking a blunt and the officer claiming to smell it lead to such a drastic escalation? It happens too often. The baked smell of pot causes another senseless murder. But nothing should lead to any officer or anyone else pulling out a deadly weapon because they smell weed. Because it wouldn't happen to the wealthy, well-spoken friend we all imagined in the start of the video. Admit it, neither you nor your well-spoken friend would know what to do if you had a gun in your face. Rocky is being stopped for a pretext, and the officer knows who he is because Rocky has provided his license and registration. If Rocky got away based on this interaction, there is no reason to believe that anyone's life would be in danger. The harsh reality is that a potential pot charge should not lead to the discharge of a firearm under any set of circumstances. Jump off the car. Don't wrap your hand around a trigger. It's ludicrous. There's undeniable implicit biases in the criminal justice system, just like there are in society as a whole. We see it against young black males all the time. Fortunately, that friend we all envisioned will never have to deal with this reality. So, there you have it. As always, we need to get all the facts before making any conclusions about a situation. Let's hope that the truth will come out and justice will be served for all parties involved. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.